Alright, so in this video we're checking out this emergency weather radio flashlight power bank, kind of multi-function here, and kind of some nice little compact package here. You got a flashlight in front. I'll show you how that works. It's got an SOS alarm, it's got a compass here, can be charged via solar or via hand crank here, so you can pop this out here and use your hand there to charge the internal battery. There is a battery, I'll show you where that is in a second. Has a AM FM radio, shortwave radio, and weather radio. 5-watt speaker here in the back to listen to your tunes, and then you got a bunch of functions here, tuning, volume, and also it has an alarm clock function as well. And then use this little dial here to change the display and also change your channels. Just come with a handle here so you can carry it like this. Weighs a little over 1 pound, like 1.2 pounds, so very portable. Obviously this is going to be something probably mostly for maybe like campers and hikers. If you're looking for some sort of emergency radio and also a flashlight, this will be pretty good for putting into your backpack. For me, I'm probably going to just stick it in my car, and obviously if you're out on a road trip somewhere, maybe off-grid, and you don't have access to cell signals or whatever, then maybe this could be useful. Obviously, if you're in a disaster situation, a weather emergency where you don't have any kind of internet or whatever, then having access to the weather radio is going to be useful as well. There's a couple of these metal hooks here, I guess, on each side. These pop up like so, and then it does include this strap, and you use that if you want to have a handle that's not the plastic handle, so you can use that for carrying it around. And also, in terms of the rest of the stuff, it comes with a USB-C cable. It does come with sort of quick tips here on how to use it, and of course it does come with a user's manual. So here on the bottom are some of the specs here. So FM and the frequencies, AM, SW is shortwave, so 3.2 megahertz to 30 megahertz. And then WB is the NOAA weather radio, so this is the frequency that you'll tune that on. Flashlight power up to 100 lumens. It does have, it just can charge via USB-C here, so there's a USB-C port there. You can charge the batteries in there via that port. You can use a USB-A port here to charge other devices, and it charges at, charge out is at 1 amp. And inside there is going to be two 18650 lithium-ion cells. It can also run off of 3 AAA batteries. It does come with a screwdriver here on this side. You can pop out, and then here's the antenna, by the way. So obviously for your FM AM radio, you can slide that out, but you can take the screwdriver out to pop these 2 screws out to get access to the batteries. So the battery tray just slides out like so, and then here you can see the 2 lithium-ion cells, the 2 18650 cells, 5,000 milliamp hours each. So once you fully charge this, it should, the battery life is going to be pretty long. All right, so to use the flashlight, there's going to be a main LED and then these sort of dimmer LEDs. I'm going to press this button here. It says flashlight SOS. And you see that's the main flashlight. That's 100 lumens. You're going to press it again. You get that secondary outer ring of light, which is less. I'm not exactly sure how bright that is, but it's definitely not. It's probably like 10 or 15 lumens is my guess. Then you press it again, you get both. So you can see both of them on. If you press and hold and long press this button, the SOS alarm will go off and the lights will start flashing. So turn your volume down in case you're worried about loud sounds. And then you obviously hear the speaker here in the back. And obviously, once you start pressing buttons here, this little LCD screen will turn on, and then it'll time out after a while to save the battery. I got some charge in here. And if you're wondering about how much you have to crank this thing, if you have a dead battery, you can see the screen turns off to save power. If you press a button or whatever and the screen doesn't turn on, then your batteries are dead. Then you have to either charge it via the sunlight or charge it via the hand crank. It does take a pretty long time, so I would not recommend letting this go completely dead. And you can see that this little red light comes on here. And that's because it's getting it's a little bit of power from the solar cells. But if I cover this up here, you can see that turns off. That means it's not getting any charge via any kind of light. And then you can also see that when you're cranking here, the harder you crank, the brighter that light will turn up. You can see there, it's getting brighter, faster you turn it. Obviously, the faster you turn it, the more energy is going to go into the battery, but obviously the best way is to charge it via the USB-C port and just have a pretty full battery. 5,000 milliamp hours is quite a lot, and you could have this around for emergency use. Again, just to turn this on, just press any button. The screen turns on, and then to turn on the, say for the radio, for example, you press this power button here. Press that again, that turns on the radio. And then to change the band, so you have FM here. If you want to change the frequency, you can long press or short press the tune up or down button. So you can adjust that way. If you long press it, it will scan and try and find a. There's found a signal there, so it'll turn the volume down. This is the volume down button here. Let's go and turn it all the way down. We turn it up. Change the band. You're going to press this button here. So FM, press this button here. We're on MW now. Press it again. Now we're in SW. So MW I think is AM radio. SW is shortwave radio. And again, you can use this button here to tune. So you can this little dial here. You can change this here, or you can use the buttons. And then press the button again. WB is the weather radio, or the NOAA radio. So this is on a recording, obviously, and obviously if you want to hear, if you're in a weather emergency, you can tune into this, and you can hear this.
Warmer today with temperatures reaching the mid-90s in portions of the inland valleys.
So right now there's no weather emergency, so it's just standard, basically your weather forecast on this station here. You can press the button here to turn it off. Just have a clock here. You can set the clock with this button here. And then this is also for setting the alarm, so you can use it as an alarm clock. And that's pretty much all the functions, I think, everything that this is. Would have been kind of nice. This little NC here, I thought maybe this was made for an SD card reader. That would have been nice to have that function on here. So you obviously has a little, as a, pretty basic speakers. You could probably use it as a Bluetooth speaker, or stick a SD card slot or a micro SD card in there and play your MP3 files. So you can use that as a Bluetooth speaker or some sort of a speaker for music. But maybe that's going to be in the future for a different type of model. This one's not too bad. They're all around the same price. They're different shapes and stuff like that for emergency weather radios. A lot of them like this, and they come with, almost all of them come with flashlights and around this price point. I think there's a $10 coupon on the page right now. It's the time of recording this video, so check out that, and make sure if you do click on the Amazon link, if you do want to buy it, don't forget to click the coupon. Otherwise, you'll pay the full price. So make sure you click the coupon on the product page, and then that will come in when you check it out. But that's going to cover this video. Any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.